Music lives.
Time is 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock from Yes Ma Radio, the First Media Academy Radio. In the headlines, NDDC, Serap asks Buhari to suspend Akpabio, sets up panel. Federal High Court suspends transfer of judges. Foreign Affairs Minister Oyema contracts COVID-19. Nigerian Air Force reveals Arotile's killer, hands over case to police. And in the world of sports, Osimhen rejects Liverpool United offers. Now the news in detail. My name is Olatunde Ido. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has asked President Muhammadu Buhari to set up a presidential investigative panel to probe corruption allegations in the Niger Delta Development Commission. The not-for-profit organization also urged the president to suspend the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio, and all those involved in the allegations pending the outcome of investigation. Serap said a special panel was necessary to probe the agency as the investigation by the National Assembly has been controversial and has turned into a dirty fight. This was contained in an open letter and signed by Serap Deputy Director Kolawole Oluwadare. In the letter, Serap asked the presidential panel, if set up to probe the allegations that the NDDC spent 81.5 billion naira on travels, condolences, consultancy, and public communications between January and July 2020. Serap also said the special panel should work closely with anti-corruption agencies that will protect the integrity of the forensic audit, remove the possibility of obstruction of justice and interference in the process by those suspected to be involved in alleged corruption in the NDDC. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court, Justice John Toshaw, has suspended indefinitely the annual redeployment of the court judges, which began nearly 8 months ago. Justice Toshaw said the suspension followed the effect of the coronavirus pandemic. The CJ, in a circular, directed judges to resume hearing of all cases pending before them. On Friday, Justice Toshaw went on self-isolation following a confirmed case of COVID-19. The CJ, in a statement by the FHC's acting information officer, Catherine Obi Nwadu, also ordered some key staff in his office to do same pending the results of screening tests conducted on him, members of his immediate family, and close aides. Minister of Foreign Affairs Geoffrey Onyema has contracted COVID-19. The minister, who made this known today via his verified Twitter handle, said his fourth COVID-19 test returned positive on Saturday. Narrating the experience, Onyema said he had felt slight itching in his throat and had had his samples collected for COVID-19 tests. He noted that he was headed to an isolation center for treatment while he hopes for quick recovery. As a member of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, Onyema is one of those driving the fight against the pandemic, especially regarding the repatriation of stranded citizens abroad. The Nigerian Air Force today revealed the identity of the killer of the late flying officer Tolulope Arotile. NAF Director of Public Relations and Information Ibikunle Daramola made this known at a joint-ended briefing in Abuja. Daramola gave the name of Arotile's ex-classmate who drove the vehicle that hit Nigeria's first female combat pilot as Nehemiah Adejo. The Nigerian Air Force spokesperson also said the matter will be handed over to the Nigerian Police Force, being a civil case. He said the details of the 24-year-old pilot have been communicated to her family, who is still mourning their daughter and sister. Given a report of the preliminary investigation carried out, the Nigerian Air Force spokesperson said the late Arotile met 3 of her former schoolmates at the Air Force Secondary School, now Air Force Comprehensive School, Kaduna, on the day of the unfortunate incident. Daramola said Arutile was rushed to Nigerian Air Force Hospital in the base but was confirmed dead as at 4:45 p.m. He explained that the three classmates were immediately detained and subjected to alcohol tests, but no such substance was found in their system. It was, however, discovered that the driver of the vehicle, Nehemiah Adejo, did not have a valid driver's license. Ondo State Deputy Governor Agbola Ajayi said that he was instrumental to the victory of Governor Rotimi Akeredolu and the All Progressive Congress in the 2016 governorship poll in the state. Ajayi, who has been at loggerheads with the governor before and after he left the APC and joined the People's Democratic Party (PDP), was reacting to a statement by the governor that he was the wrong choice as a deputy. Akeredolu was said to have made the statement yesterday at the meeting of the APC party delegates at Eseodo local government area. The governor reportedly said despite the criticism and attack from various quarters alleging that Ajayi was his cousin, he felt he made a wrong choice. However, in a statement issued by his media aide Tokpe Okiowo, the embattled deputy governor said such a statement from the governor could only come from a frustrated politician. At least 134 Nigerians stranded in Khartoum, the Sudanese capital, due to the coronavirus pandemic have returned home, the Nigerian in Diaspora Commission has said. Announcing via Twitter today, NIDCOM said the evacuees arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. It explained that the 134 evacuees tested negative for coronavirus before departing Khartoum, adding that they would undergo another COVID-19 test in the country. It added that the returnees will undergo 14 days isolation in line with the guidelines of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control, as well as the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19. Osun State has recorded 4 new cases of coronavirus and discharged 11 other patients following their recovery. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Rafiu Isamotu, disclosed this in a statement titled COVID-19 Update. Osun records 4 new cases, discharged 11, made available to newsmen today. According to him, the discharged patients were treated at the state treatment and isolation centers. Appealing to residents to always observe all precautionary measures laid down by the state against the spread of the virus, Isamotu said the new cases were contact of previous cases. The Lagos State government, led by Governor Babatunde Sanwo-Olu through the Office of the Special Advisor on Education, Tokunbo Wahab, has kicked off Jobs Initiative Lagos, an initiative targeted at young people in 8 Lagos-based tertiary institutions. The initiative aims at providing complementary training of students in their ultimate and polluting mate year in entrepreneurship, employability, and basic digital skills required for the workplace. The essence of the program is to account for the documented gaps in current curriculum that bedevils the employment market and to increase labor employability of graduates in Nigeria's Center of Excellence. Candidates who complete the program will get an opportunity to feature on a job portal from where partner corporate organization can select fresh graduates for recruitments. The Ekiti State government says it will begin to arrest those refusing to wear face masks in public places from Monday. The Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Wale Fakbunda, today told newsmen in Ado-Ekiti that there will henceforth be stiffer penalties for those who fail to comply. The commissioner said Governor Kayode Fayemi was particularly worried about the deliberate lack of compliance with most COVID-19 regulations in the state. He said the governor had ordered full enforcement of all other COVID-19 regulations in the state. The commissioner cited some of the precautionary regulations ignored by residents to include compulsory wearing of face masks in public places and observance of social distancing. He explained further that mobile courts had been established to try offenders and impose adequate sanctions such as fines and community service. The commissioner further explained that commercial motorcyclists as well as road transport workers whose passengers refuse or neglect to wear face masks will be held liable. He reiterated the commitment of the administration to the protection of human rights while enforcing the regulations. According to him, the Ministry of Justice has already issued a directive ordering security agents to respect the rights of residents while discharging their duties. The Oyo State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has declared that greater shame is awaiting the sacked members of the Association of Local Government of Nigeria (ALGON) at the Supreme Court. The Oyo State chapter of PDP, in a statement signed by its State Publicity Secretary Engineer Akim Olatunji and made available to journalists today in Ibadan, also condemned the role being played by the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress (APC) in the 2019 governorship election, Bayo Adelabu, in encouraging the legal face-off between the state and the sacked ALGON. The party lampooned Adelabu and some leaders of the opposition party for encouraging the continued legal battle for selfish reasons. Olatunji described Adelabu as politically naive and inexperienced upcoming politician who is still learning how to manage certain realities in the state and country. According to the statement, rather than engage the state government in a proxy war using the illegal ALGON, Adelabu should concentrate on how to acquire more political wisdom to enable him identify what's good for the people of Oyo State. Rather than think everyone out there is available for purchase with cheap money, Chief Adelabu needs to acquire knowledge and understanding to appreciate political events correctly, Olatunji stressed. You're still listening to Yes News Now from the studios of Yesma Radio, and going straight to the world of sports. Russia Alfie Dynamo Moscow have joined a number of clubs including Spanish second-tier club Malaga and Serie B club FC Croton in the race to land Nigeria defender Noah Olawale Ojuola. Ojuola has emerged as one of the hottest defenders in the Maltese League, appearing 19 times for Zeeburg Rangers, as the 27-year-old utility player has decided to return and continue his career in major leagues like Spain or Italy. His wealthy experience has become a huge advantage in the race to sign the former Midland FC of Denmark player. He has refused to extend his contract with Zeeburg Rangers as club keeps showing interest. According to a source closer to the player, he disclosed that there are a number of clubs in Serbia, Spain, Italy, and Russia, but the player is anxiously waiting for the right move. Ojuola's sparkling form took Zeeburg Rangers to the top of the table before COVID-19 cancelled the league, and the player has decided to move into a bigger league. If Croton FC should win the race to sign the towering defender, it will be a big opportunity for the defender to play in the prestigious Italian Serie A with Super Eagles striker Simon Nwankwo next season. Lille striker Victor Osimhen has reportedly rejected offers from Premier League giants Liverpool and Manchester United as a move to Napoli looks likely for the Nigerian. According to French newspaper L'Equipe, the Nigeria international is focused on completing a move to Serie A side Napoli. Napoli are favourite to sign Osimhen, with reports that the club have agreed an €81 million deal with Lille to sign the 21-year-old. The deal, if completed, will make the striker the most expensive player in Africa, ahead of Nicolas Pepe, who joined Arsenal from Lille last summer for €72 million. Reports emerged on Friday that Liverpool and Manchester United were both interested in the forward after a great debut season in the French Ligue 1. The striker recently switched agents, working with William Davilia after parting ways with former agent Jean-Gerard Benoit. The decision to switch agents, according to Napoli, is one of the reasons the move to the Italian side has been delayed. According to multiple sources, Osimhen's new agent held talks with Liverpool and United with a view to joining them. The Nigerian is, however, not keen on a move to England. And that will be all on Yes News Now. But before I go, let me bring you a recap of the stories I brought to you earlier. In the news, we told you that NDDC, Serap, asked Buhari to suspend Akpabio, sets up panel. Federal High Court suspend transfers of judges. Foreign Affairs Minister Onyema contracts COVID-19. Nigerian Air Force reveal Arutila's killer, hand over case to police. And in sport, we brought you the news that Osimhen rejects Liverpool United offers. The news was produced and edited by Banke Bilu Arilewo and delivered by Olatunde Ido. Many thanks for listening. Do have a wonderful evening. Good night, evening.
Get the vibes and get the feeling. Yes Media Academy Radio,
where hit music lives.